coming up. So today is just August 2nd. Can you believe holiday store openings are already rolling out? Hashtag too much. Let's talk about it, y'all. Welcome to the chat.
And welcome to the chat. I'm Catalina Allures. We have Henny, Angelia, and Julie joining the panel today. Now, we get that it is storming outside, but we're just going to pretend like it is the sunniest, prettiest day, and we're just going to have fun and talk about all the hot topics we got today. So let's get started with a controversial law that is now in effect. Licensed gun owners are now allowed to carry concealed handguns, not only just in higher education institutions across Texas, but community colleges as well. The campus carry law allows people with a license to carry a concealed handgun on the grounds and in the buildings of colleges and universities. The law went into effect for four-year universities in August 2016, but community colleges were given an extra year to comply. However, private colleges and universities, of course, can opt out. I mean, we kind of saw this locally a couple years ago with UNF. There was a student who wanted to be allowed to have her gun on campus in her truck. I think it was her truck, in her car, and it went all the way up to the appellate court, and they ruled that universities, specifically public universities, can't make up rules about guns. So as long as it's kept securely in your car and you have the proper permit for it, you're okay.
Yeah.
I think this one's really a tough call because, I mean, I think of like 2007, whenever that one mass shooter came in and he killed 32 students, including himself, and 17 others were wounded. And that's a scary thought whenever you're a parent waiting to think if your kid might be that one that's on campus that day. So that's really hard to be on the other side. So with that being said, somebody who is licensed for concealment, then I don't have a problem with carrying. But if you are not licensed, obviously you can't carry. And if you don't really know what you're doing, because you can have a license but not really know how to use your weapon, then that's a problem.
Take a class before you get
You do have to take a class,
okay.
but you need to take a class and you need to use that weapon, because you may take a class and you may have that book knowledge, but you haven't actually used the weapon. So as long as you're comfortable with your weapon, I think that's a great thing, because being on a campus, on a college campus, you are a sitting duck. You are in an establishment mostly that do not allow gun carriers, and so you're just sitting there, and you can actually be murdered on an instant.
Well, that's anywhere in the whole wide world.
No, that's not anywhere. That's
sitting here. Somebody could walk in and shoot us.
That's the thing. Whenever you have a place that is actually not allowed to have guns on premises, and there's many establishments that aren't allowed, and when you aren't, you're on the other side and you're not allowed to carry yourself, so you can't protect yourself. So in a place like Texas that's actually implemented this program into their campuses, I mean, everybody pretty much in Texas has a gun.
I was about to say, no one's surprised Texas is okay with this now.
You know,
You did not say two.
I said since the age of 2. I mean, pretty much, you know, you think of Texas, you think of guns. You think of people who are concealed weapon carriers. So as long as you're comfortable carrying a gun, I say absolutely, it's absolutely needed.
Do you feel then that more guns make us safer? Because if you've got more guns on campus, then that's okay.
That's a tough call to make, because again, if you know how to use your weapon and you don't draw your weapon unless absolutely necessary for defense reasons, yes. But if you don't know how to use your weapon, you can't be on the other side saying, you know what, I'm so angry at my teacher today. I'm so angry at that person that crossed me in the elevator. You can't pull out your gun for that kind of reason. It's only for defense mechanisms. And so that's where gun laws are a problem. But since 2017, I have a graphic that I sent in, and this is a graphic showing all of the states, and almost half of the United States are actually carrying. They have a bill introduced right now to carry on campus. So this is almost all of the United States that is either implemented and has a concealed weapon carry.
So the red is the ones that allow?
The ones that already have it are in red.
And
the ones that are in dark blue, they're allowed, but it depends on the campus. And then the ones that are light blue are just 2017, the ones that have been introduced just this year to be able to carry.
It looks like a lot of states are coming on board with this.
They're trying.
My only question would be, I would want to look at the statistics of, you know, having a concealed weapon. What's really the danger in that? You know, so just something to back that up. And if it doesn't present any kind of danger, or there's been no statistics to back up not having it, then why not, really?
Yeah. And I mean, especially in college campuses, like I get it, we've seen plenty of school shootings at colleges, but you know, people between the ages of 18 and 22, 23, you've got really stressed out students that are just constantly up here with anxiety. If, you know, an elevator shaft were to break, if something really loud happened, can you trust these people to not freak out and pull out their gun?
Right.
Because, you know,
because they think that they're protecting themselves of something that they can't see yet. So I don't know.
You do have to be 21 to have the concealed license.
I agree.
Keep in mind, guns don't kill people.
Yeah, like exactly.
For the most part.
Guns don't kill people, other people do, so I'm not sure this is even going to help. But anyway, we're going to move on now to something else that's making headlines, a controversy surrounding Angelina Jolie. She's denying a cover story in Vanity Fair claiming that Cambodian children were mistreated during the auditions for her new Netflix movie. Now, the report claimed that the casting directors placed money in front of the kids and asked them to think of something they really needed, then they snatched it away from them. But Angelina says this is a total mischaracterization. That was a money thing, but it was a, quote, pretend exercise from an actual scene in the movie. Now, I tell you what, Ms. Jolie, I hope that's the case. Because if not, you're going to have a serious problem on your hands, sister girl.
We're talking about Angelina Jolie. She's adopted children from Ethiopia and all kinds of other war-torn. She would never, she's been an ambassador for UNICEF.
You know how many pastors go to jail?
Hold on.
That go to show you ain't nobody above the law.
But we've seen her. Listen, you can think about what she is as a person, as a wife, whatever, but we've seen her go out and help children that aren't hers. She spent years working for children, starving children, in crazy impoverished areas of this world. To actually think that she would do this to a child,
I don't put nothing past nobody in 2017.
But you're right.
Benefit of the doubt, absolutely.
Yeah, for someone with her celebrity status, she's done more for these children than anyone else in her position. And when I read the story, it is a non-story. When she talks about what they did, the kids knew. They knew it was pretend. They knew they weren't actually getting the money and then they just took it away. I think the whole setup on Vanity Fair's part was just completely unfair too.
Yeah,
and
fake
Angelina,
news.
Yeah,
Get out of here, Vanity Fair.
I think there's a guy. I mean,
Don't dismiss it too fast, baby.
I was reading a lot, and I think that there's a guy named Brad. His name is Brad Adams, so she has another Brad in her life, I guess, that's after her. And he is actually the director of human rights in the Asia division, and he has been after her since she started the process of this movie. He actually, she was under fire just a little while ago for using soldiers from a controversial Royal Cambodian Army, and he went after her like wildfire over this. So he is a human rights activist. Right. She's a child rights activist. So I can't believe the two of them are really at odds, because I would think they would have a lot more in common than not in common. But for whatever reason, I think this guy has it out for her. And so I think he's the one that's bringing all of the heat to anything and everything that she does. But the show's going to be on Netflix within the year, I think it is.
It's called First They Killed My Father, so we'll see it when it comes out.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be, I mean, probably a really good show, I mean, to see on Netflix. But I think that the two of them maybe should find a common ground, because it seems like they're on the same page, but yet they're very much at each other's throats. So
and
I think
feel like
he's
after
the problem
so many years, I mean, it kind of sounds like he's trying to expose something that he thinks that she's doing. And I feel like after all the years she's worked for the UN, for UNICEF, like, we would have heard something by now if something was really actually wrong. So
maybe this is it.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. So, all right. Well, so who watched America's Got Talent last night?
I'm
sure everyone did. I did. I had to. So, and if you didn't catch it last night, you missed yet another little one getting the golden buzzer. Take a look.
I'm supposed to live without you. Supposed to carry on, but all that I've been living for is gone.
Unbelievable, so adorable. I might just have to.
Oh my God, that gives me chills every time I hear that. When you hear that boom, you're like, oh my God, just
the confetti
everywhere, confetti everywhere. And that's little Celine Tam, and she's getting the golden buzzer last night from the judge Laverne Cox. And so many little ones seem to be just taking over this season. It's like they have the biggest voices with the oldest souls, but yet the tiniest little character that they come in, package that they come in. So you saw it last night, Henny.
I did. The look on her face when that buzzer happened was just. That alone was so emotional, but I thought she deserved it. I swear she's been here before. This is her second trip on Earth. How can someone that little belt out tones like that. I mean, it was
So
amazing.
controlled, so
Yes.
mature.
Yes,
I mean,
very
it's like you're like,
mature.
okay, no, where's the 30-year-old hiding in your body?
Yeah.
Like that's not you.
Yeah, but I still say my concern is getting to the end, because she can possibly win this. Can she win it? I mean, at so young, would they give her a recording contract at that early age?
I don't
Right,
think so.
I
She's still
know.
got
I
that,
don't-
She's still got that, I don't want to say immature voice, but she does still have a little bit of that childlike voice. But what was funny is her family, because her dad is a major singer.
man,
Like he
yeah.
sings all the time around the town and around the house and everything. So that was really funny hearing their story last night. And the kids' names. Her name is Celine, and the sister's name is Dion.
Oh,
yeah.
my
Isn't
God.
that
So
cute?
they
Yeah.
love singers in that family.
Feel bad for them
Celine,
already.
And then there's Dion.
This
and
is
they,
like Selena and like
I
her
mean,
dad has
hilarious.
like everyone building up as a band from the age of like 9 or 10. He's like, I know what my children are going to be when they grow up.
And I love her so much. She's so adorable, but I didn't think that she deserved the golden buzzer. As much as I loved her and her personality is infectious.
Yeah.
I mean, the cutest, all of them. But did you guys see the one last night that was the skaters? They were on that little
I was doing that in the
platform.
8th grade, girl. That ain't nothing.
Oh, you were not doing
Yes,
that in
I was.
8th grade.
I was a
oh my
bad
gosh, they were
skater.
the best.
They're all right, but
Wait,
they
they
don't
were the
deserve
best.
to
So
win.
at
It
the
was
end,
so
at the
good.
end of the show, the singers get a recording contract. So
Allegedly.
What
No,
would
they
this-
don't. It's not like American Idol. It's like
Okay,
you
so
just
don't-
win
you
and
just
you
win and
hope you
that's
get
it.
picked up by some record
No.
label, but
I was gonna say, no
that's
one's
it.
gonna pay tickets to let's go listen to her sing.
No.
I wouldn't think.
I don't know.
Lots of
No
kids
one's paying
would.
tickets
You
to go
never
watch
know.
2 people skate in a circle.
Yeah. Did you
It's
not
called
see that?
Disney
She's
on Ice.
already
She
voted
held
for
on
the
to his
skaters.
beard
Yeah,
while they were doing
that was
circles
cute.
around something that was as big
Yeah,
as this table
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
The talent behind
I'm
those
telling you,
two,
I used to do that.
amazing.
For
I did
real.
see that.
I used to skate that good.
Oh my
so that's
God.
nothing to
Oh my
me.
God, no,
I can
Penny
def-
did not do that.
I did.
Penny did not
This,
do that.
you did
She
that?
did not
Where's
be
the girl?
there
Yes.
doing splits.
No, no, no.
This
Yes,
was
that
not
was
it
me.
last night. This
That
did
was
not
me.
happen.
Penny, fix or it did not happen. I want photographic evidence of this.
I can
of
call
you
my
doing
sister
that.
right now in Eunice, Louisiana.
No.
You were
At
so ahead of your
Skate
time.
City. I used to
did
do
not
that.
do this.
Okay.
All right, so
Don't
then you
get
can
it
try out
twisted.
for it next season? You're going to get a
I
vote or
can.
anything?
I can,
wanna
I'm
see
telling
it.
you.
All right, you heard it. Henny
Don't let the
signing up
size
for...
fool you, baby. I can
That's a
do
little
some
creepy what they're
acrobats.
doing
We're
right
going to watch
there.
this tomorrow on
Oh my
stage.
God, I can't wait. All right, coming up next, does anyone even work a 9-to-5 job anymore? And how unpredictable hours are they impacting us? We talk about it right after the break.